Sasuke's printing speed is very fast. This kind of printing speed makes some Jonin feel ashamed of it. You must know that even their printing speed is far behind Sasuke. Fire style. Fire dragon explosion technique. Boom. At the moment when Sasuke's hand seal ended, at the same time, he took a sharp breath and spit out a strong flame at the same moment. The moment when the violent flames raged out. The fire from this eye directly illuminates the entire arena. Instantly condensed into a dragon-shaped flame, it opened its huge mouth and crazily bit Neji. The sweeping flames fluctuated and spread crazily towards the surroundings. The heat wave formed by the scorching hot air spread out in an instant. The ninjas in the auditorium felt the heat coming towards them. Immediately, it felt like the skin was being lightly burned. Scary fire style. How can it be possible to release this level of fire style at this age? Even a fire style ninja at the Jonin level may not be able to cultivate fire style to this level. And to 29 Feng it's just a genin, just a 12-year-old brat. Terrible. Terrible talent. The flames raged in an instant, and Neji looked at the flames that erupted in front of him. It suddenly reminded him of the last time when his teacher, Might Guy, fought against Sasuke. I also saw Sasuke's terrifying ninjutsu attainments. But today, after experiencing it personally, Neji really understands how terrifying this feeling is. At the same time, compared to last time, Sasuke's power in fire style has increased a lot. The speed at which this guy is progressing is too fast. But I'm not who I was before. Sasuke's fire style is too fast and Neji is running out of time to dodge. Moreover, Sasuke's fire style covered almost 1/3 of the field, and it was too late even for dodging. Neji gritted his teeth sharply, revolving heaven. When Neji's body rotated at a high speed, a large amount of chakra was released at the same time to block all the incoming flames. The collision between the flames and the chakra spinning at high speed. There was an ear-piercing roar. But when Sasuke stopped, almost 1/3 of the huge field turned into scorched earth. Hiruzen also looked at Sasuke in surprise. The printing technique of this fire style seems to be somewhat similar to the fire dragon technique. It's just a C-level fire style ninjutsu, but this brat exploded with the power of an A-level ninjutsu. How amazing is the talent in fire style ninjutsu? Hiruzen was a little surprised, but what he didn't know was that if Sasuke exploded at full strength, this fire style would probably be able to completely cover the entire field. At the same time, the impact force and the explosive power of the fire are stronger, and Neji is absolutely irresistible. Using this trick is just to find the status, in flames. Neji's figure also stopped slowly. Standing still, the maximum revolving heaven erupted just now, which was able to withstand the impact of Sasuke's fire style. Now Neji's forehead is full of sweat. Damn, is the gap really that big? Before starting the fight, Neji thought he had completely caught up with Sasuke. But he overlooked a problem. Sasuke is also improving when he is improving. And Sasuke is improving faster than him. We must make a quick decision, and we cannot leave too much time for this guy to attack. Otherwise, I may not be able to block too many ninjutsu attacks like this. Neji glanced at Hiashi in the audience. During this time, Hiashi guided his gentle fist method, as well as revolving heaven and other tricks, which greatly increased his strength. Originally, I thought that I could win Sasuke in this way, but now it seems that if I want to win Sasuke, it is not so difficult to learn the sect's secret method. But even so, Neji did not give up. Eyes locked on Sasuke instantly. In the next second, Neji made a weird move. You have always been within my 8 trigrams realm. Whether I can beat you or not depends entirely on whether you can catch this move. Neji said in his heart. Seeing Neji's action, Hiashi sighed. Using 8 trigrams 64 palms at this time is not a smart decision. Moreover, 8 trigrams 64 palms can only be effective if it can hit the enemy. If the enemy does not give the opportunity at all, then this trick is not so easy to use. Now Neji wants to use it forcefully, and for a split second Sasuke also felt that Neji locked his breath. Want to make a final struggle? Sasuke smiled. Boom. Suddenly Neji accelerated suddenly, and the speed of this burst was completely incomparable with the previous one. At the moment when the field of 8 trigrams is opened, it is better to say that it is a field than to use Baiyan's ability to the ultimate. The ability to control the chakra of the body as perfectly as possible through the ability of white eyes. Then it erupts instantly through acupuncture points all over the body, allowing people who perform 8 trigrams to explode at a faster speed, faster movement, and stronger strength. And at this moment, Neji's speed increased, and it was as if people could see the afterimage of Neji in the same place. So fast, Naruto froze for a moment, he couldn't see Neji's movements at all. In the blink of an eye, Neji suddenly came in front of Sasuke. 700 and at this moment Neji's hands slapped hard for Sasuke. The gentle fist attack, once hit, will definitely hit the acupuncture points, and when the chakra will not circulate, the combat power will drop significantly. Little Sasuke, little Sakura hadn't had time to say it yet. In the next second, a flash of lightning erupted from Sasuke's feet, slowly rising around Sasuke's body. The fast-moving electric snake swam around Sasuke. At this moment Sasuke backed away, dodging Neji's attack for an instant. 2 palms, empty shot, not good. This guy can even dodge the attacks in the 8 trigrams field. What happened to the sudden lightning? The Hyuga clan stared at Sasuke's incredible speed with wide eyes. I can't believe it. This guy dodged 2 palms, but he might not be able to dodge the attack behind him. 4 palms, in the next second, Neji hit 4 palms at the same time. An electric snake sprang out from Sasuke's body again, mainly entrenched on Sasuke's legs, making Sasuke's speed slightly faster again. Continuous dodging once again dodged the 4 palms that were struck in an instant. A contest of speed. Let's see whether you hide faster or I attack faster. Neji gritted his teeth and took a sharp step forward. 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms. In one go, Neji performed 3 consecutive attacks in an instant. And the number of gentle fist bursts of each attack is multiplied and superimposed. The shadow of the hand that was almost too fast to be seen completely enveloped Sasuke in an instant. The rapid attack made a piercing sound of piercing wind. Well done, that's it, Neji, let him see the power of my Hyuga clan. It is indeed a terrifying speed. Except for the patriarch, I have never seen anyone who can display such an amazing 8 trigrams 64 palms. As expected of a genius of my Hyuga clan, Sasuke, who was shrouded in the shadow of his palm, seemed to have no way out in the eyes of everyone at this moment. Soon he will be defeated by Hyuga Neji. The outcome of this battle is already clear. And this moment, Kakashi and Gai's expressions became more solemn instead. They looked at Sasuke, Zizi, with bursts of harsh thunder sounded. Sasuke's speed increased suddenly. Surrounded by almost invisible palm shadows, the figure flickered rapidly. Very dangerously dodged attack after attack. Every time the attack passed by, Kakashi sweated for Sasuke. Once hit, although the power of a single click will not be very strong. But with so many attacks stacked together, it is quite difficult to deal with. And once it is hit, blocking any chakra will have an impact on Sasuke as a whole. Once Sasuke's speed slowed down a bit, what Sasuke was greeted by was a continuous attack by the storm. After avoiding so many palms in a row, the faces of the Hyuga clan were a little ugly. Hiashi stared at Sasuke firmly. Last chance. At this moment, Neji also knew clearly that if Sasuke could still completely dodge the next blow, then he would lose this contest. For a moment Neji seemed to have a breakthrough of some sort. The flow speed of chakra in the body suddenly increased a lot. And the next second Neji raised his hand. 8 trigrams, 64 palms backquote. 32 palms were struck in an instant, and the continuous shadows of palms are even more terrifying now. At this moment Sasuke opens Sharingan. Sharingan, open. If Sharingan is not enabled, Sasuke will have no way to see the opponent's attack clearly. After all, 32 hits were fired in an instant, and 8 trigrams 64 palms have all been played so far. but the last 32 palms were all struck in an instant. Sasuke didn't dare to be careless in the slightest. Lightning-style discharge, full firepower, zzz. In an instant, thunder snakes sprang out from Sasuke's body, flickering around Sasuke crazily. Lightning style activates the body's cells, and Sasuke's reflexes and speed are also strengthened. At the same time, when Sharingan is turned on, Neji's attack can be seen instantly. Sasuke found the flaw in an instant, and his body began to dodge according to the plan envisioned in his mind. 2 palms. The first 2 palms are the easiest to dodge. 4 palms. Sasuke's body turned slightly, and he just escaped from the gap of the attack. 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms. Just at the moment when Sasuke completed all the 8 trigrams, 64 palms in the last pull. The final blow hit Sasuke's chest with precision. Neji shot the 65th palm. Sasuke stared at Neji with wide eyes. At this moment, Neji had a difficult smile on his face. I guessed that you would be able to dodge it, but I didn't expect that I could hit an extra 65th palm. Sasuke frowned. Forced to hit the 65th palm, Neji is not feeling well now. Boom! In the next second, Sasuke's body flew upside down and hit the wall on the edge of the field fiercely. A pothole was smashed in an instant, and with the rising dust and smoke, Sasuke was swallowed by the smoke. The people of the Hyuga clan in the auditorium were stunned for a moment. Then started cheering. Great job, Neji. As expected of the genius of my Hyuga clan, I still won. Excellent 8 trigrams 64 palms. Neji's 64 palms are probably as powerful as the patriarch. The people in Konoha also clapped their hands. Excellent battle. A battle of this level can't be seen as a battle between genins at all. I'm afraid the average Chunin is nothing in front of the 2 of them. Hyuga is indeed Konoha's strongest blood successor Genkei family. The last move is so powerful, I can't see it at all. Uchiha is still not as strong as Hyuga. While talking, Hiruzen looked in the direction of the dust and smoke. Suddenly a wave erupted. Directly blow the smoke away. Sasuke's figure appeared, and the lightning on his body was much less, but Sasuke didn't seem to be in any serious trouble. This kid seems to be all right. Being hit by that kind of attack, is it okay? And it's not just okay. Sasuke looked at Neji now, the smile on his face gone. Looked a little annoyed. Hands up. Swish swish swish. Sasuke directly threw more than a dozen shurikens, and the shurikens shot from the air were connected into a line. Although Neji has almost consumed chakra now, it is still very easy to avoid the attacks of these shurikens. However, just when Neji wanted to jump out of the way, thunder suddenly erupted in Sasuke's palm. The terrifying thunder shot at Neji in an instant, and at the same time, the spreading thunder and lightning linked the flying shurikens in the air, Wang Li's, together. If the thunder that spreads like a branch hits Neji directly and instantly. In the next second, these shurikens were affected by lightning and fell directly around Neji. And Sasuke jumped up suddenly. Neji below is still paralyzed by lightning style. Sasuke raised one finger and pointed it down suddenly. Thunder. Crack. The roaring thunder hit Neji instantly, and because of the surrounding shurikens, lightning style kept beating, as if it would not completely dissipate for a while. Zzz. Neji, whose body was paralyzed by lightning style, began to blur at this moment. These shurikens around his body made the thunder that should have dissipated in an instant, not dissipate. Bang bang. Neji just passed out. Sasuke fell from the sky and glanced at Neji on the ground. It's over. Quiet. The entire arena suddenly became deathly quiet. The last second was talking about the fact that the boy from the Hyuga family won. In the blink of an eye, the kid was lying on the ground motionless. And Sasuke, who was supposed to lose, was unscathed. What exactly is the situation? What happened to this guy's lightning style just now? Lightning style, which I have never seen before, can use hidden weapons to directly accelerate and attack the enemy's lightning style. This kid doesn't have any moves at all. When did he start his ninjutsu? A group of ninjas came back to their senses and rushed to a little dazed. However, the most surprised people at this time are the people of the Hyuga clan. The genius of their Hyuga clan was killed just like that? Obviously Neji hit Sasuke last second, the one who should lose is Sasuke. Why is it Neji who is unconscious now? Damn, Uchiha boy, what have you done? What have you done? Sasuke was a little speechless. Didn't you all see what I did? Hearing that the other party was at a loss for words, he immediately began to question Zuo 247, you can't beat Neji, you were the one who was kicked out just now. This made Sasuke laugh, it's just a slap, you expect to beat me with just a slap? Hiyashi suddenly raised his hand to shut the guy up.
Wonderful battle, that lightning style is amazing, this time the Hyuga clan lost. Hiyashi looked at Sasuke with strong fear in his eyes. As the patriarch of the Hyuga clan, he knew exactly how terrifying Sasuke's lightning style was just now. Let alone releasing it in an instant, the power of this lightning style ninjutsu is so amazing, but the most important thing is that this lightning style ninjutsu seems to be able to be released directly without making seals. This lightning style ninjutsu that can be released without seals.
Hiyashi has never seen it. Where did Sasuke learn this technique? This is where Hiyashi was curious. As he spoke, he ordered Neji to be taken away in a coma. The sudden defeat made the members of the Hyuga clan feel bad. The bold words they said before made many ninjas look at them with smiles, CJFJ. They can't wait to find a place to get in now. But it doesn't end there. Sarutobi Hiruzen declared Sasuke's victory, while Neji was fine and passed out. This match of genius was won by Sasuke, and to determine the moment of victory. Sasuke heard the sound of the system. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for defeating Hyuga Neji. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Reward. Sharingan advanced practice method. Close black lens bracket. When Sasuke obtained the so-called advanced practice method, suddenly Sasuke was stunned. So, can Sharingan still practice like this? The original difficulty of Sharingan needs to evolve, which is to stimulate the brain and make the Sharingan change. But the reasons mentioned in the practice method made Sasuke suddenly feel a sense of enlightenment. With this, it should be soon to open the three-hook jade. Even if it is Mangekyo Sharingan, it may not be long. The Sharingan advanced practice method made Sasuke eager to try it. Quickly leave the arena. Even Naruto and little Sakura, who were planning to come and talk to Sasuke, were ignored by Sasuke. Sasuke left in a hurry. At this moment, some viewers began to have some doubts. Uchiha's kid really defeated the Hyuga clan by his own strength. What do you mean? The Uchiha kid's last attack was too weird, and he suddenly despised the Hyuga clan's kid, don't you think it's strange? And after winning, he wanted to leave so impatiently. Is there something wrong with this brat? Did you defeat Hyuga by some mean means? Sasuke didn't know that so many people questioned his victory after he left. Among them, the people of the Hyuga clan were very angry. Hear these people's suspicions about Sasuke. Naruto was a little angry. Are these guys so distrustful of Sasuke? Obviously it was Hyuga Neji who lost to Sasuke himself, and these people actually said Sasuke was cheating. Exactly, these people are horrible, they are just jealous of Sasuke. Little Sakura also expressed anger, and Shikamaru, Choji, Ino and others suddenly came over. I didn't expect Sasuke to become so powerful. Shikamaru looked at Naruto. The current Sasuke is probably the strongest genin of our class. Choji, I think it should be. This guy's lightning style is too strong. Naruto and little Sakura looked at the three of them. Don't you think Sasuke is cheating? Shikamaru was speechless. We've been together for so long, don't we know what kind of temper Sasuke is? That guy would rather die than use that kind of method. He glanced at the other Konoha shinobi while saying, you can ignore what these people say. They're just jealous of Sasuke. At this moment, as the people in the arena gradually dispersed. And this battle between genin has also been discussed by the people of Konoha for a long time. I didn't expect the fight between genin to be so exciting. It's just that the final outcome is a bit strange. Sasuke's attack killed Neji instantly. Many ninjas have said that Sasuke seems to be cheating. He obviously releases ninjutsu, but he doesn't practice the seal. I don't know what strange method was used to stun Neji. At the moment, Hiruzen and Kakashi, who are walking towards the Hokage building, are talking. Lightning-style ninjutsu that can be released without seals, that lightning-style discharge technique is indeed a very strong technique. Although it seems that it can only be regarded as a C-level ninjutsu in general, Sasuke's use of this technique today is not just as simple as a C-level ninjutsu. Kakashi, who was listening to Dr. Ninja's analysis, nodded silently. It is indeed a very practical technique, and it has a very wide range of applications. Hiruzen smiled. The Chunin exam is coming soon. Kakashi Konoha needs this opportunity to show Konoha's new generation of ninjas. Since Sasuke can use lightning style, you can teach him a little more. I look forward to his performance on the Chunin exam. Kakashi nodded. No one can inherit my technique except Sasuke. I will teach Sasuke. Sasuke, who left the arena, is now rushing directly to his home without stopping. The reason for the urgency to go home is simple. Sasuke wanted to experiment with this so-called Sharingan advanced practice. It is said that the practice of Sharingan is actually the control method of chakra. But this part of chakra, usually no ninja would dare to move. Because this part is the brain, the slightest carelessness in this place will directly turn you into an idiot. So no one will touch the idea of this place. However, Sharingan's advanced practice method records how to control the flow of chakra in this part. To be precise, it is not just chakra. This cultivation method also involves a part of the training method of spiritual energy. You must know that chakra is the product of the mixture of physical energy and spiritual energy. However, the enhancement of physical energy can be strengthened through training, while mental energy can only rely on the continuous growth of age to increase independently. So this is basically the amount of chakra for the ninjas has been decided long ago. Even if practice can increase some chakra, the effect is too low. Basically no ninja will focus on chakra cultivation. But now Sasuke's Sharingan practice actually involves a part of spiritual energy practice. This simply made Sasuke excited. However, this part of spiritual energy training seems to be only for Sharingan. But if you want to start the practice of spiritual energy, the basis is to have 3 Tomo Sharingan. And Sasuke is now nothing more than 2 Hook Jade. However, judging from my situation, awakening the 3 Hook Jade is not a difficult task. As far as accumulating, Sasuke has accumulated a lot. Advanced 3 Tomo Sharingan itself is not a difficult thing. Now add the help of the Sharingan advanced practice. According to the instructions in the practice method, Sasuke carefully guided the chakra in his mind to flow to his eyes. Sure enough, the next second, Sasuke felt a strange burning sensation in his eyes. However, this feeling did not make him feel bad. Instead, it made Sasuke feel that his Sharingan was constantly getting rid of impurities. It's constantly getting better. This feeling makes Sasuke enjoy it very much. There are dense ants crawling in the closed eyes. Sharingan is changing little by little. The process of this change is not painful at all, but it feels very comfortable. Sasuke felt very miraculous. He carefully followed the introduction of the cultivation method, moving the chakra in his mind to the eyeball one after another. Finally, when Sasuke did not know how many times to guide chakra, Sasuke suddenly felt as if his eyes were born again. Opening his eyes suddenly, Sasuke looked at the mirror in front of him. The 3 Hook Jades were slowly turning in his eyes. Is this the 3 Hook Jade? Sasuke glanced out the window. It was only night. Probably when I got home, I just practiced for an afternoon, and I successfully opened the 3 Tomo Sharingan. If you want to continue to practice, then there is no big problem in opening Mangekyo Sharingan by yourself. I'm afraid it won't take too long in time. The Chunin exam is less than a week away. Can I successfully activate Mangekyo Sharingan before the Chunin exam? Sasuke looked forward to it, but it is not so simple to open Mangekyo Sharingan. The 3 Hook Jade is nothing more than the basis of the Sharingan. And there is no special requirement for opening the 3-hook jade, but if the blood concentration is sufficient, the Sharingan of the main hook jade can be opened logically. But it's different when you want to activate Mangekyo. In the original book, a strong stimulus is required to activate Mangekyo Sharingan. But for the current Sasuke, Mangekyo Sharingan can also be activated by relying on the Sharingan practice method even without stimulation. It's just that, it's not that simple. While it is necessary to guide the chakra in the brain to stay in the Sharingan, it also needs the coordination of the spiritual energy emperor. Although it is not difficult for Sasuke to use one mind in 2 tasks, there is a lot of spiritual energy to activate Mangekyo Sharingan. But Sasuke is going to give it a try. What is it like to practice Mangekyo Sharingan? Just when Sasuke was about to jump on the bed and sit cross-legged to start practicing. Oh! Suddenly the window was pushed open. Sasuke looked up in the direction of the window. Kakashi, who fell at the same time, also turned to look at Sasuke. The moment the two looked at each other, Kakashi froze. He stared straight at Sasuke. Three hook jades. No wonder Sasuke ran so fast after the battle. It turned out that Sharingan had awakened the 3rd Gyuyu. It's no surprise that the 3-Tomo Sharingan was awakened due to a battle. Ms. Kakashi. What can I do for you? Kakashi, who was suddenly axed, came back to his senses. Congratulations on winning the game. Is that just for saying this? It's just a competition with a kid, and if you win him, there's nothing to congratulate. 0.0 Sasuke didn't care at all, leaving Kakashi speechless. Say the other party is a kid, but he is 1 year older than you. But it doesn't matter, Sasuke cannot focus on winning or losing. Come with me. Celebrate your victory. Today I will teach you a special ninjutsu. Kakashi ignored Sasuke's objection and took Sasuke away. After being dragged to some remote place by Kakashi. After being put down by Kakashi, Kakashi directly began to say, "You did very well today, so I decided to pass on my Raikiri to you. As for Raikiri's power, you have seen it last time. This ninjutsu is not bad. Teacher, I wanted to teach you the last time, but what kind of saber technique do you want to learn? Teacher, is this what you want to teach?" Suddenly Sasuke raised his hand. Violent thunder gathered in Sasuke's hand. In an instant, the sound of thousands of birds contending sounded. Kakashi looked at the Chidori in Sasuke's hand. That's right, this technique. After finishing speaking, Kakashi suddenly realized that something was wrong. How could you? The last time I saw Mr. Kakashi used it once, I tried to develop it myself and developed it. Said Kakashi confused. Developed by yourself? Hey. By the way, just now Sasuke didn't seem to have a link seal, so he directly used Chidori. Who I am? Where am I? What am I doing? Now the triple question of the soul appeared in Kakashi's mind. Originally, according to the order of the 3rd generation, I tried to make Sasuke stronger as much as possible. Sasuke's talent has already amazed 3rd generation. According to observations all along, Sasuke's performance is also very good. Although it has not been confirmed that he has inherited the will of fire, 3rd generation has clearly decided to cultivate Sasuke well. Let yourself teach Sasuke well so that he can shine in the Chunin exam. At the same time, it is also a good opportunity to frighten other villages. But Raikiri, who originally wanted to teach Sasuke, Sasuke actually developed it himself. And judging by Sasuke's appearance, the mastery of Chidori is no longer generally strong. The Chidori was used directly without the seal. What kind of pervert's talent is 350? How could someone's talent be so strong? This kid just watched himself use Raikiri once. Kakashi. Teacher. Ms. Kakashi. Seeing Kakashi froze in place, Sasuke shook Kakashi's hand. At this time, Kakashi gradually came to his senses. And looking at Sasuke in front of him, Kakashi froze for a moment. What's wrong? What's wrong? This guy asked himself what's wrong, shouldn't he be asking himself? Sasuke was speechless. Ms. Kakashi, is that why you brought me here? Saying that, Sasuke raised the Chidori in his hand. Hearing this, Kakashi nodded in a daze. That's right. I originally wanted to teach you Reikiri, but I didn't expect you to learn it by yourself. In this case, Kakashi can't bear such a blow now, and the pressure on a talent like Sasuke is too great. Kakashi didn't even want to see Sasuke. The unique trick that he was famous for was actually learned by others at a glance. This also tells him how Kakashi will mess around in the ninja world in the future. Since you are here, Mr. Kakashi can teach me some other ninjutsu. Kakashi, who heard that he was about to leave, was stunned. For a sudden moment, he had the feeling of being caught by Sasuke. This kid. The attitude of learning ninjutsu is to come here. If this is the case, how about learning a few jutsu? Hateful. It's like beating this evildoer hard. It's a little disrespectful to yourself. Mr. Kakashi, I want to learn the body flicker technique, can I? Hearing this, Kakashi frowned. The body flicker technique is logically a ninjutsu that only Jonin can learn. This technique can give Jonin absolute control over all other lower-level ninjas. It can be regarded as a technique to determine the class level. Although there are learning difficulties, it is not as difficult as imagined. However, it is difficult for ordinary low-level ninjas to afford the chakra needed for body flicker technique. Sasuke. Chakra is more than enough, and with Sasuke's talents, it is not difficult to learn. But the problem is that this technique can only be learned by Jonin. Kakashi was in trouble for a while. Is the body flicker technique not working? Why don't Mr. Kakashi teach me some forbidden techniques? Clam? Forbidden technique? This thing can't do it by itself. Forget body flicker technique, just body flicker technique. Anyway, with Sasuke's strength, he is already considered a Jonin, so it is understandable to learn body flicker technique. Let's talk about the body flicker technique anyway. Kakashi looked at Sasuke speechlessly. Sasuke smiled, nodded and said that he can do it. Seeing this, Kakashi immediately began to explain to Sasuke, first of all, the seal of body flicker technique. Speaking of body flicker technique, there are quite a lot of seal movements, but the stronger the Jonin, the easier the seal. Kakashi, for example, can instantly activate the body flicker technique by simply bearing the seal of the child. However, this method consumes slightly more chakra. But the advantage is that it is fast, and it can be easily used in a critical moment. The body flicker technique has a total of 32 seals, and usually Jonin can shorten it to about 15 seals, which is quite impressive. Jonin at the elite level only needs 3 to 4 seals to cast it. Kakashi only needs 1 seal. This guy is the best of the best. Okay, now I'll demonstrate it to you. Just when Kakashi raised his hand to make a demonstration, Sasuke started the seal with one hand, the first time. After more than 20 seals were formed, Sasuke's figure made a swish sound. Seeing that Sasuke tried it directly and succeeded once, the most important thing is that the seal has been shortened a lot when he used it for the first time. But Sasuke didn't stop. Second try. Obviously a lot more proficient this time. Direct seal, this time shortened 4 seals again. Sasuke's figure disappeared again, and at the same time, Sasuke also obviously felt that the consumption of chakra would increase by continuously casting the body flicker technique. Although it is not increasing exponentially, this increasing speed is not something that anyone can hold on to. Third attempt. Sasuke reduced the knot seal again, only needing 5 seals to be able to display the body flicker technique. Fourth attempt. Just like Kakashi, you only need to simply bear the seal of the child to successfully display the body flicker technique. Kakashi was numb when he saw this. Progress. Sasuke, this is not as simple as progress, it's like taking a crazy rocket ride. Is there really such a terrifying evildoer in the world? A technique that Jonin can only master, he just practiced it 4 or 5 times, and it was close to his own level. However, Sasuke still seemed dissatisfied. The speed seems to be a bit slow. It would be great if it was a little faster than 1.8. Sasuke complained, and Kakashi on the side couldn't complain anymore. How slow is the body flicker technique? If you mix lightning style's chakra, I don't know what it will be like to use the body flicker technique. Just do what comes to mind. Sasuke seals again. And Kakashi suddenly thought of one thing, this kid, does he want to develop a new body flicker technique by himself? Still combined with lightning style's body flicker technique. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Even if this kind of thing is a monster. Crackling. In a flash of lightning, Sasuke appeared on the other side as if he had turned into a bolt of lightning. And look at the lightning trail remaining in the sky. Kakashi was stunned. This worked? Watching the disappearing thunder in the sky, Kakashi swallowed softly, looking at Sasuke, who flew over 10 meters almost instantly. Sasuke, who was standing on the branch, still had a few lightning bolts on his body. Sasuke turned around slowly and looked at Kakashi sideways. The corner of Kakashi's mouth couldn't help twitching at this moment. Body flicker technique and lightning style combined. He also thought about this kind of thing, but how difficult it is to develop a ninjutsu. But Sasuke is simply a monster, he just learned the body flicker technique, and he wants to integrate lightning style. And the first time seems to be a direct success. No, this is not considered lightning style instant. However, at this time Sasuke shook his head with a very dissatisfied look. Watching Kakashi want to vomit blood, isn't that okay? They have all been integrated successfully, although there is not much improvement in speed. But the success is a fact. Sasuke did break out lightning style chakra when casting Blink. Sasuke, you shouldn't be in a hurry to develop ninjutsu. You have successfully exploded lightning style chakra when you cast Blink. Take your time and go 10 steps after 29. No. Sasuke jumped down from the tree. He lowered his head and thought while talking. Just now, when I was performing the body flicker technique, I added another ninjutsu, lightning style, discharge. Strictly speaking, it's just 2 spells at the same time. No, it shouldn't be considered simultaneous, it should be said that they are released consecutively. It's not like developing a ninjutsu. If that's the case, it's really not like developing a new ninjutsu. But Kakashi also thinks that's enough. When the body flicker technique is released, the effect of another lightning style ninjutsu is superimposed. And this lightning style ninjutsu itself can be released without seals, so it is not a new ninjutsu. It is also a new way of using it. Sasuke is already excellent. And it's too good. Who can use it so proficiently just after learning a ninjutsu? Sasuke can easily master the body flicker technique. This talent has already given Kakashi the urge to vomit blood. But this kid is not satisfied yet. No, this is not what I want. Sasuke carefully recalled the feeling just now. Lightning style, discharge is a technique that can be released without seals. At the moment just now, he hit the lightning style chakra on his feet, and at the moment when the body flicker technique had already been cast, it exploded again. But what if the original body flicker technique gathered under the feet of chakra, directly replaced by lightning style chakra? Sasuke thought of this. Immediately look up. Another mudra, a simple mudra, and instantly the chakra begins to gather. And this time when chakra flows in the body, Sasuke directly controls chakra to produce nature transformation of thunder attribute. To put it simply, it is to change the chakra of body flicker technique into thunder attribute. The next second chakra gathers. In an instant, Sasuke's body was like a thunderbolt, and he swept away towards the distance with a terrifying roar. A thick thunder snake flashed in the sky, then it slowly disappeared in the air. And Sasuke has appeared on the other end. Thunder splashed on his body. This time, the speed increased explosively again. Kakashi looked at Sasuke's back, impressed. This time Kakashi is really convinced. It's not a joint use of ninjutsu this time. There was a slight smile on Sasuke's face. It really worked. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to host for successfully developing lightning style ninjutsu. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Please name close black lens bracket. The system also recognized Sasuke's technique. This time it really worked. Let's call it lightning style, Lei Shunshin. Open black lens bracket. Lightning style, Lei Shunshin, beginner, close black lens bracket. Sasuke closed his eyes. Raise your hand and cast it again. Thunder instantly. Bang bang. The thick razor flashed again. A strange and irregular arc was drawn in the air. Go straight to Kakashi's side. Accompanied by the sound of sizzling electricity, Sasuke appeared directly in front of Kakashi. Kakashi looked at Sasuke, who appeared with lightning. That's way faster than the body flicker technique. The speed is indeed much faster. But, Sasuke was still a little dissatisfied and said, "It's a pity that the sound of this technique is too loud, and it cannot be done quietly." 17. Hearing this, Kakashi was speechless. While wanting speed, at the same time hoping that this technique will be silent. Sasuke's requirements are too high. This kind of ninjutsu is several times faster than the original body flicker technique. It's already terrible. Even if the movement is louder, the problem is that even if the enemy hears the sound, they may not be able to react. This shortcoming is acceptable. After all, at that speed, Sasuke appeared almost the moment he saw the thunder. In this case, who cares if it is loud or not? No, I have to try again to see if I can mute the sound. Kakashi didn't want to talk anymore. If he stays with Sasuke for a while longer, he will probably be hit without the slightest confidence. Ahem. Sasuke, then you continue to practice here at 450. I won't bother you. Anyway, you have to get ready. The Chunin exam will start soon. I hope you will perform well then. Saying that, Kakashi disappeared directly, even leaving faster than when he came. I never want to talk to this kind of genius again. It was the only thought on Kakashi's mind as he left. But at the moment Sasuke frowned, thinking about something. Chunin exam. At the same time, this exam is also called Konoha Crash Project. Leaf Chaos. Sasuke suddenly thought of a plan. Since Sasuke got the talent reward from the system, Sasuke wants to learn more and stronger ninjutsu. Even better if you can learn the forbidden technique. With such a good talent, wouldn't it be a waste not to learn more powerful ninjutsu? Sasuke, who had this idea, has always kept the sealed scroll in his heart. If there is a chance to take a look at the sealed scroll, Sasuke will not miss it. And this Chunin exam seems to be an excellent opportunity. There are many ninjutsu on the seal scroll. Sasuke must learn all of them without falling. But before becoming the so-called ninja god, it is better to find a way to meet the requirements of the system first. Now I'm not even a Chunin. Thinking of this, Sasuke feels speechless. With his current strength, Kakashi dare not say that he can win against himself. But the systematic evaluation is still General Genin. Sasuke glanced at the system's evaluation instinctively. However, this time it was displayed differently. Comprehensive evaluation. Excellent Genin. When did the rating change? When I watched it last night, it was still Genin. Suddenly it's great. Sasuke carefully clicked out his own system template to check it out. Open black lens bracket host. Uchi Sasuke close black lens bracket open black lens bracket age, 12 years old close black lens bracket. Blood succession boundary. Sharingan, 2 go jade right pointing arrow 3 go jade. Open black lens bracket mastered ninjutsu. Body flicker technique. Beginner, 3 body technique. Grandmaster, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket fire style. Great fireball technique. Grandmaster, fire dragon explosion flame technique. Small success, phoenix immortal fire technique. Grandmaster, great fireball technique. Skilled, great fireball technique. Grandmaster, great fireball technique. Grandmaster, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket lightning style. Chidori, small success Chidori flow. Small success, super speed. Skilled, lightning style shadow clone technique. Skilled, discharge. Great success, thunder instant body. Introductory, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket mastered physical skills. Basic physical skills, small success, Hitaki sword technique. Great success, close black lens bracket. Has mastered illusion. Sharingan illusion, entry. Special skills. Uchiha throwing technique, small success. One-handed sealing, Grandmaster. Chakra to control, Grandmaster. Open black lens bracket chakra amount. Normal close black lens bracket open black lens bracket special chakra. Indra chakra, unawakened, close black lens bracket. Special status. Seal of Heaven's Curse, 30% removed. Comprehensive Evaluation. Excellent genin, to say what is different. It seems that there are two more ninjutsu. One is body flicker technique, and the other is lei shunshin. These two ninjutsu made his comprehensive evaluation an excellent genin? Wrong. Where there is a change should be Sharingan. Because of the problem of obtaining the practice method, the 2 Guyu Sharingan became the 3 Tomo Sharingan. At the same time, the Sharingan illusion is activated. It's just that I am at the entry level. Illusion. Correct. If the previous self had any shortcomings, then the only one was illusion. And now, because I got the 3 Tomo Sharingan problem, I directly activated the Sharingan illusion. Because I have mastered an illusion, my evaluation has directly become an excellent genin. Sasuke thinks it seems to meet the evaluation criteria of the system. Don't give an evaluation according to your strongest point, but give an evaluation according to your weakest one. It is also the host that the system wants to create as an omnipotent and perfect host, comparable to a god. Although his own strength is not weak, but in terms of illusion, it is still a blank sheet of paper. It is already very good to be able to give the word excellent as an evaluation. It seems that if you want to improve your evaluation to the level of an ordinary chunin, you still need to practice a wave of illusion. But magic words. Although the illusion can be released through the Sharingan, it is better to say that it is through the special ability of the Sharingan than to release the illusion. Sasuke is able to manipulate the chakra in the enemy's body to a certain extent. However, this level of manipulating chakra is probably for the ninja of Grandmaster Illusion, it is simply the level of children's play. So if you want to master the illusion, you still need to learn. Even if you don't study, you need someone to practice with Sasuke. Headquarters can use illusion for themselves. Practicing illusion is not the same as practicing other escapism.
So much so, suddenly Sasuke heard something.
This kind of flashing footsteps, Sasuke probably wouldn't have noticed it before. But right now Sasuke is in the state of eyes, thinking about the illusion. The strong insight made Sasuke notice something moving in the distant forest. Frowned. Sasuke jumped right over. Using the body flicker technique, he leaned over without a sound. Sure enough, when Sasuke approached, Sharingan saw the footprints on the ground for the first time. And it is obviously the trace left by someone passing by here just now. Just after Sasuke determined the direction, there was the sound of weapons colliding in front of him. Suddenly the sound of iron clashing sounded. Sasuke immediately raised his head, accelerated directly while keeping as quiet as possible, and dodged a few times. Passing through the tree, he came directly to a tree and hit it. Under 20 meters away, two people are fighting. One looks like Konoha's Anbu ninja, but the other is Sasuke's acquaintance. White? Bai, the tool who is no longer beheaded, actually sneaked into Konoha. Unfortunately, it was still discovered by Anbu. But it seems that it only alarmed an Anbu ninja. Who are you? How dare you trespass into Konoha? Are you looking for death? Anbu's ninja strength is still there, back and forth with White hits, and even suppressed it for a while. Sasuke was speechless. As expected, Bai would not give up, but he was lucky today. He only disturbed one Konoha Anbu ninja. If he disturbed too many Konoha shinobi, I'm afraid he will explain here today. Wait. Sasuke looked at the Anbu ninja in Konoha, and suddenly thought of something. This seems like a good opportunity. A fierce light flashed in Sasuke's eyes. Bai seemed to be unable to hold on any longer, and he obviously didn't know how to use swordsmanship, but he still wanted to fight with a beheading sword. As a result, he was hit hard several times by Anbu's ninja and suffered a lot of injuries. HMPH. A second-rate ninja like you dares to sneak into Konoha to seek death. This, Li Dahao, Anbu ninja said that the kunai in his hand had already stabbed towards Shiro's neck. Bai, don't behead your lord again. I'm sorry that I still can't avenge you. Crackling, zzz. The flickering thunder flashed before Bai's eyes. The next second, the kunai stabbing towards his neck stopped. At the same time, the Anbu ninja also fell to the ground and lost consciousness. Boom. As Anbu Ninja fell, Sasuke, who appeared from behind Anbu Ninja, came into Shiro's eyes. Sasuke appears. Bai's face became even paler. Sasuke found out about his own assassination before it even started, which is not good. He is not afraid of death, but he is afraid that Sasuke will snatch the ninja sword from Master Zabusha. Thinking of this, Bai tightly grasped the ninja sword in his hand. Sasuke glanced at Shiro, and also noticed Shiro's movements. A smile appeared on his face. "We meet again, Xiao Bai." Little white? This guy actually called himself that. Damn it, if it wasn't that he couldn't beat this guy, Bai vowed to make Sasuke look good. However, Sasuke looked at him with a half smile, and met Sasuke's gaze with a bad feeling for a moment. Immediately afterwards, Sasuke stepped forward and seemed to intend to take the beheading sword in his hand. But Bai tightly grasped the beheading knife, and even took half a step back. This half-step back action made Sasuke a little speechless. Do not give? Then don't blame yourself for grabbing it directly. Lightning style, discharge. Zilla, in an instant, electricity erupted from Sasuke's fingertips. Since the distance is not too far, he is only 1 or 2 meters away from Shiro. The electric current directly acts on Bai's body. The instant paralysis effect made Bai's body unable to move. And Sasuke easily snatched the beheading knife from his hand. With one hand, he lifted the big knife to his shoulder. Sasuke looked at Shiro. "I told you all, if I catch the assassination so easily next time, I will snatch the beheading knife if I don't cut it." "No, do not want." After Bai's body recovered, he immediately grabbed Sasuke. "Want to regain the beheading sword again?" However, it seems that because of being too anxious, he doesn't even have the strength to be a ninja. Directly staggered and planted 177 toward Sasuke. Sasuke raised his hand and pointed kunai directly at Shiro's neck, but the next second the idiot even forgot to stabilize his body. It seems that all of his heart is on the beheading sword. Seeing this guy's neck getting closer and closer to his kunai, he was about to pierce Bai directly. After Sasuke was helpless, the two quickly took back kunai. Beep. The two bumped into each other. Sasuke put one hand on Shiro's body. "Are you kidding me? If I don't give it to you, you won't be able to grab it no matter how tough you are." Saying that, Sasuke felt something was wrong, because the touch of his hand made him feel that it was not like a chest that a man should have. Seems a little too soft. Wait. This feeling. No, Bai. Isn't he a man? Although Bai looks like a woman, this guy is indeed a man. That's what it says in the original book. Is this guy a she-male? Hiss. It doesn't seem right. There is no such thing as a she-male in Hokage. No, she's a woman. Sasuke stood up quickly. Withdrawing his claws, he took 2 steps back, forgetting to take the beheading knife. The white face also became a little weird, but she still slowly stretched out her hand to wrap the beheading sword beside her. "Stand up slowly." Sasuke looked at Shiro. Looking at Bai's face, the more he looked at it, the more something was wrong. According to the original book, it's not wrong that Bai is 1000% a man, but just now. I will not give you the ninja sword that will never kill Master again. If you want to rob, kill me. Bai's attitude was very firm. But on the firm expression, there was a hint of shyness hidden. And Sasuke exhaled lightly at this time. "Answer me a question, and I'll let you go this time." "You axe." Sasuke looked at Shiro. "Are you a man or a woman?" "Clam?" Bai was stunned. She didn't expect Sasuke to ask such a question. "Is this still a question? Are you so unfeminine?" "Female." "Female. Really?" Sasuke, who got this answer, suddenly felt a little uncomfortable. "I had always regarded this guy as a man according to the original book, but I didn't feel any pity. Now that I think about it, it seems a little too much. It should be killed, but there is no need to bully someone like that." "Okay. Let's go. Konoha, you'd better not sneak in again, or you may not be able to leave alive the next time you are caught." A member of Konoha's intelligence department, Ibixi is a very cruel guy. Shiro felt Sasuke's kindness. Siege, she was a little surprised, although she also felt that Sasuke didn't want to kill her, but wanted to help her. But now she feels a little differently. It seems that because he is a woman, Sasuke is not interested in her all of a sudden. This made Bai regret that he should have said that he was a man just now. Just like Master Zai Yuzan, he hates being a woman, because compared to women, men are more powerful in fighting and will help Master Zai Yuzan even more. The feeling of being abandoned for a moment reappeared, making Bai look a little at a loss. I don't even know what to say. Sasuke's gaze came over, making Bai even more flustered. Thank you for helping me just now. No, didn't you want to assassinate me? Since you are here to assassinate me, it's not okay to be killed by others. Go back, cultivate well, and come back to assassinate me when you become stronger. Hearing Sasuke say this for some reason, Bai suddenly felt relieved. Thanks. Bai glanced at the beheading sword in his hand. Sasuke didn't snatch anything from Mr. Wu this time, so he shouldn't just take it over with peace of mind. What's more, Sasuke saved himself just now. If possible, please let me do something to repay you. Repay? Don't you want to kill me? Yes, that's right. Bai didn't know what to say. Sasuke smiled. Is there a clear distinction between grievances and grievances? Very good. Yes. Even if there is a clear distinction between grievances and grievances, I will kill you to avenge my lord, but if you save me, I will repay you. Sasuke frowned. If Bai asked for it, then Sasuke really wanted her to do something. Sasuke glanced at the Anbu ninja on the ground. Raising his hand, he took off the Anbu ninja's mask and threw it to Shiro. At the same time, he reached out and asked Bai to give him the big beheading knife. Give this to me for now. I'll keep it for you and you can do something for me. Bai took the mask, and looked at the beheading sword that had been snatched away. But Sasuke's words reassured her. What's up? Pretend to be an Anbu ninja. Get as close to the Hokage building as possible. Observe the Anbu ninja configuration in the Hokage building, and pay attention to the people in the Hokage building. Bai was very puzzled. Why are you? My goal is the sealed book. Sasuke stated his goal without any scruples, and looked at Sasuke blankly for a moment. She didn't understand why Sasuke was so defenseless against her. Suddenly she recalled the last words of Zebuju. Maybe Master Zebuju could have seen it at that time. What a nice person Sasuke-sama is, for Bai at this moment. Sasuke is just the best guy in the world, because Sasuke needs her help, and is willing to tell her the goal. This is something that even if you don't behead adults, you haven't done anything. Master Zebucho might need her, but he never told her why he did it. For a moment, the white eyes were a little moist.
And she chose to put the mask on immediately.
It is good. After speaking, Sasuke glanced at the Anbu members on the ground. This guy. Do you have a way to smell his identity from his mouth? Otherwise, I'm afraid you pretend to be an Anbu ninja. Master Sasuke. As he spoke, he was suddenly stunned for a moment, and quickly turned around to pick up the Anbu members on the ground. Leave it to me without worry. I have a solution. Hearing this, Sasuke nodded, saying that Shiro had disappeared. Seeing the direction Bai left, Sasuke was still a little confused. That Shiro just now. Did you call yourself Master Sasuke? Did I hear wrong? Sasuke shook his head and looked at the beheading knife in his hand. Forget it. Take the beheading knife back and put it away. As for Bai's question, let's not think too much about it. If Bai found out information about the Hokage building, he would have contacted him. Since she said there is no problem, then there shouldn't be a big problem. It's getting dark now, Sasuke should go back quickly. After all, every minute counts in Sasuke these days. In the evening, not only should we be busy practicing Sharingan, but also the refining of mantras and chakra. Thinking of these, Sasuke wanted to fly back immediately. Meanwhile in Hokage's office, Kakashi looked at third Hokage with a strange expression on his face. What you said is true. Third Hokage can't believe Kakashi's words too much. Just read it once, and easily developed Kakashi's Reikari by myself. Are such ninjas still human? It's just a monster. If I said I didn't believe it at the beginning, but after I watched him develop the body flicker technique into the lightning-style body flicker technique, I think there may be monsters in the world. And this monster is right in front of my eyes. Kakashi has been hit a bit now. In the past, he was also a resounding genius in Konoha. Kakashi is still very proud from the bottom of his heart. But it wasn't until he met Sasuke that he felt his pride as a genius, as if completely shattered. What? Called a real genius? Those like Sasuke are real geniuses. I can only be regarded as an ordinary ninja. To let people know that Kakashi thinks so, then the ninja world does not know how many ninjas vomit blood. Konoha technician Hitaki Kakashi, who has copied thousands of ninjutsu, feels that he is just an ordinary ninja. Have you seen that ordinary ninja can develop Reikari? If even a ninja like Kakashi can only be regarded as an ordinary ninja, then the real ordinary ninja probably has no need to live at all. Hiruzen was also speechless at the moment. On the spot, a newly learned ninjutsu was directly developed into a lightning-style ninjutsu. Such a heaven-defying talent is indeed terrifying. Master third generation, Sasuke's talent is probably unique in the history of Konoha. The previous lightning style was super fast, discharged, and I developed Chidori by myself at a glance, and the current lightning style is instant. If properly cultivated, Sasuke will definitely become a powerful ninja in the future, and even become the strongest Hokage in the history of Konoha. Hearing this, third generation was stunned for a moment. A member of the Uchiha clan, as Konoha's Hokage? He had never thought of such a thing before. No one in 10 would have such an idea at all. Let the Uchiha clan become Konoha's Hokage, this kind of thing is absolutely impossible. But it's different now. Only Sasuke is left in Uchiha. Even if Sasuke becomes Hokage, it doesn't seem so hard to accept. After all, the once big Uchiha family now has only Sasuke. In Konoha, it can be regarded as a small family at best, and it is impossible to shake the status of other families in Konoha. Whether it is Konoha's current top giants like Hyuga and Sarutobi, or the second-class Yamanaka, Akamichi, Nara and so on. Sasuke alone can only turn Uchiha into a small family with a single lineage. It seems that there is nothing to worry about at all. And if Sasuke's age is taught carefully, Sasuke will definitely be able to inherit the will of fire. Hiruzen took a drag on his cigarette, then smiled. Are you so optimistic about Sasuke? Kakashi smiled. Master third generation, if there is anyone else in Konoha who can inherit your ninjutsu, I am afraid that this person must be Sasuke. His talent makes it easy to become a ninja as versatile as you. Hearing this, Hiruzen smiled. I understand your intention. Kakashi was a little nervous. Did Hiruzen see his purpose? 0. Uchiha's position in Konoha is very sensitive, but if third generation accepts Sasuke, then Sasuke will be safe in Konoha in the future. After the Chunin exam is over, I will train Sasuke well. Kakashi breathed a sigh of relief when he got the answer. Then I'm leaving. Go. Take good care of Sasuke. The Chunin exam is coming soon. Try to give Sasuke a little more help. Let him feel the warmth of Konoha. Kakashi nodded. I understand. Now, Sasuke at home. Sneezed. Who's talking about me? Sasuke rubbed his nose. Shaking his head, he continued to focus on Sharingan's cultivation. Although it hasn't been long since the cultivation started. But Sasuke can clearly feel one thing, that is, his pupil power is increasing. Although the growth rate is not too fast, there is no doubt that the pupil power is indeed growing slowly. And even at this growth rate, according to this trend, I am afraid that Sasuke will be able to double his pupil power overnight. But the enhancement of pupil power does not mean that Sasuke can quickly open Mangekyo Sharingan. According to Sasuke's feelings, his Sharingan wants to evolve into Mangekyo, and practice at least 3 hours a day. If you keep this rhythm, you should be able to open Mangekyo Sharingan for a month. But it might be impossible to open Mangekyo during the Chunin exam. Sharingan Advanced Cultivation Method can increase Sasuke's Sharingan pupil power. This surprised Sasuke quite a bit. After all, whether Sharingan can continue to evolve or not has nothing to do with Tongli. But if the pupil power can be increased, then the help for Sharingan will not be the slightest bit of terror. The relationship between Hitomi and Sharingan is like the relationship between ninja and chakra. Whether the ninja is Jonin or Genin has nothing to do with chakra. Even if you don't meet a certain standard, you can't be a Jonin either. This is the same as Sharingan, although the pupil power needs to reach a certain level to be able to open the more advanced eyes. But not absolute. After 3 hours of practice, Sasuke's Sharingan pupil power doubled directly. Now that Sharingan Sasuke is turned on, it can obviously feel that the insight into 967 is stronger. But now Sasuke doesn't know the specific changes. I think that only when Mangekyo Sharingan is activated in the future can I feel the changes brought about by the enhancement of pupil power more clearly. The next step is to practice the curse seal, same 3 hours. 3 hours of curse seal practice, let Sasuke's curse seal lifted by 4.5%. Special status. Seal of Heaven's Curse, 34.5% removed. The removal of the seal also means that Sasuke can use more chakra extracted from the seal without injury. Even Sasuke is a little tired after 6 hours of training. But it can't stop like that, have to go on. Next comes chakra refining. The current Sasuke is only slightly more than Kakashi in terms of chakra. It's not a state where there is no lack of blue. Therefore, the refinement of chakra naturally cannot be stopped. The rest of the time is until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. About 3 or 4 hours, it's all time for Sasuke to refine chakra, to keep this rhythm then Sasuke before the Chunin exam. Also able to increase chakra by half, nothing to say all night. The next day, Sasuke wakes up and feels chakra filling his body. In a blink of an eye, my chakra has increased so much, it has increased too much compared to the beginning. Take Chidori for example. With Sasuke's current level, he cast Chidori more than a dozen times in a row without any problem at all. In addition, Sasuke recovers chakra very quickly. And the more you use it, the faster it will recover. In this way, it is impossible to hollow out Sasuke in basically a regular fight. Yo! Are you working so hard today? Woke up so early? Just as Sasuke was about to go out, Kakashi's voice came to mind. Seeing Kakashi's Sasuke was surprised. Ms. Kakashi wakes up so early. Hearing this, Kakashi looked at Sasuke with a dark face. The meaning of this seems to be that Kakashi is usually lazy. It actually seems like that's the case with Kaka. Okay, now that you're up, let's go. Where to go? Kakashi smiled. The Chunin exam is coming soon. I will recommend you to take this year's Chunin exam, although I am very relieved for you, but before that, I also want to help you with special training. Naruto and little Sakura have already started. Speaking of which, Kakashi seemed to be planning to take Sasuke to find Naruto and little Sakura. Sasuke, however, has plans of his own today. But now that Kakashi is here, it seems like it would be better to ask Kakashi to help. Kakashi-sensei, since this is the case, there is one thing I would like to ask you for. Help? Kakashi froze for a moment. This kid probably wants to learn some ninjutsu again. Thinking of yesterday's situation, Kakashi swore that he would never teach Sasuke ninjutsu again in his life. If I teach Sasuke a few more times, I guess Kakashi himself will be hit without confidence first. Do you want me to teach you again? No, no, no. Sasuke shook his head. Kakashi's ninjutsu Sasuke is no longer interested. Seeing Sasuke shaking his head frantically, I don't know why Kakashi felt a little lost. Does this kid just look down on his skills so much? I want to ask Kakashi-sensei to help me get another Jonin-sensei to teach me some simple and basic techniques. Clam. Hearing this, Kakashi thought he was hallucinating. Let yourself ask another Jonin to teach your disciple? Is this saying in front of Kakashi that he is not qualified to teach disciples? Or is he Kakashi inferior to other Jonin? As big as Konoha, who dares to say that his strength is sure to beat Hitaki Kakashi? I am afraid there is no one. This brat actually. I want to learn some illusions. Even if I don't learn illusions, I still want to know how to deal with ninjas with strong illusions. So I want to ask Mr. Kakashi to help me to ask Mr. Yurihong to teach me some simple illusions. After listening to Sasuke, Kakashi froze for a moment. Okay. Speaking of other things, he did say in Konoha that no one can completely win against Kakashi, but when it comes to illusion. Indeed, in the entire Konoha, no one is stronger than Kurenai Yuhi. What? Your disciple wants to learn some basic illusion. Kakashi, what are you doing, your disciple Sasuke? Kurenai Yuhi is also making a small talk for Hinata, Inuzuka Kiba, and Aburame Shino who she brought. After all, in this Chunin exam, Yurihong also hopes that her disciples can perform better. But suddenly Kakashi came to ask her to teach Sasuke. This made Yurihong a little confused. Sasuke's fight yesterday was still fresh in her memory. The opponent's strength cannot be underestimated, but what is he doing thinking of learning illusion? Although Sharingan's natural talent for genjutsu does help a lot. 1.1, Sasuke is already very good at ninjutsu no matter how you look at it. Learning illusion at this time is like giving up something you are good at, but learning something you are not good at but has an advantage in. It doesn't make any money. Kurenai Yuhi looked at Kakashi speechlessly. Kakashi could only smirk while touching his head. At the same time, Kakashi was complaining crazily in his heart. Why did he agree to Sasuke's request? It's all orders from Lord Third Generation. If you want Sasuke to feel the warmth of Konoha, there's nothing you can do about it. Yurihong looked at Kakashi's appearance that you won't leave unless you agree, and she was speechless. Okay. Call him over. Hey, Hong, you can't go. I still have to give my class special training, I can't leave. Oh. Alright. I'm going to get Sasuke to come and find you.